Alright, we're back. Just back for a few minutes because I'm gonna have to run my kids to practice here in a minute. But some things that we're gonna need while we're down there are going to be a hearth. Let's do 2 hearths. Construct those and deconstruct them and then pick up the materials and they go into our pack, and then we know we have them with us. The other thing that I forgot to build here for your typical base build at this point is a repair smithy. So go ahead and do that. Now this repair is going to go a lot faster for me than it will for a new dwarf, because I have a higher tiered repair hammer. That's all we're going to do is we're going to come down here and start banging on everything with a repair hammer. If the crosshairs are green, it means it's repairable. If they're gray, that means it's repairable but is already at 100% integrity. And you can see, you can get behind some of that stuff, like that was green, but this also back here is green. So you gotta be really particular about where you point those crosshairs. And you won't be able to reach everything either, so you have to make use of those quick platforms. You can see that little corner of that column base right there. Sometimes you can see the top of it up there too, but you can target that, and I'll show you on another one. That one's already been repaired from the outside. A lot of times you can get these ceilings from down here. Stairs. Sometimes things you expect to be built in one piece are actually built in segments. So you want to be careful with that. Make sure you're getting everything. And just because it doesn't show damage on it doesn't mean it doesn't need to be repaired. See, this is several segments. And amount of stamina. Once you've done a decent amount of building in this game, you'll start to recognize what pieces are and how big they are. You'll know you'll have a reasonable expectation of what can be repaired. Why am I not able to target that? That is strange. There we go. It's because it's buried into a naturally occurring wall a little bit, I think. I try to get everything on the ground floor first. And you're going to be tempted to destroy these overturned benches, and that's okay. You can destroy them, but you need to be careful about it. Get out here, because I don't want to fight in there and destroy any part of my base. Start swinging your weapon around in here and you will hit stuff, and when it's low integrity it will break. So you want to avoid that. Okay, there's that corner of that column right there. That's actually targeting the column too, but that's really hard to do, so go right there. Now this part should be gone too. Yep. Okay. Sometimes to be able to target something, you just gotta change your angle a little bit. And the same goes for when you're building stuff and trying to get stuff to squeeze into places. There's that column again. Now the chances of anything hitting that column that's buried in there, especially in the back corner of this building, are pretty slim, but why take any chances? And it's hard to reach that ceiling, but we're going to get up there on that floor anyways, and the floor and the ceiling are the same piece, so don't worry about it too much. Like I say, you can come through here and destroy any of this furniture, messy furniture, overturned furniture that you want to. Just wait until you get everything repaired to do it, so that you don't accidentally break something that you don't want to destroy. Yeah, see, this building is a little bit too pushed into this wall, so that ladder is inaccessible, but there's another ladder up there, so we're not going to be too worried about it. Also, at this point, you can only build with stone. We don't have access to these granite pieces this building is made out of, but that's fine. We'll repair it with stone for now, and then if it's a base you want to continue to use throughout the game, once you unlock granite pieces, then you can do that. You can come back and rebuild it with granite. The more I'm looking at this, the more I think the other one would have been better to repair, but we're not going to change now. You guys will still be able to get the picture here. Like I said, this repair works going a lot faster because I have a better hammer than you would have at this point in the game. But if you're playing co-op, you can get more than one dwarf working on this at a time, and it'll go quicker. Now we can climb up there and fix all that stuff, but it's certainly not necessary, and you might decide to put a different type of ceiling on here, and then it's really not necessary. So, alright, I think we've got the repair portion done as much as we need to. So now we can work on getting some of this junk out of here, right? So, the dangerous part is using a pickaxe. Durin's pickaxe does a lot of damage, and now let's see how much damage we did to everything around us. So we damaged the floor. We damaged that railing again. Damage that post. Damage that column. All just from one whack at a piece of furniture. It'll take a little bit longer, but you can... Oh, we don't metal fragments on it. You can do it with your simple pickaxe, but you can also
We got orcs. He got away. Whatever it was.
And again, I don't want to fight those guys in there because I don't want to break my evening ale keg. So this is where it gets really dangerous, trying to break the this bench right here without breaking that keg. So, and you'd think that turning away from something and trying to break it would work, but that's not necessarily the case. See, I was only doing 1 point of damage to that wall, so it didn't really mess with the integrity, but again, that's not always the case. There's 3 damage points coming up there from the bench. Now, I don't like the way that this broken pot rack is hanging there, so I do try to do something about that without breaking the other 2, but you can certainly leave it, it's not going to hurt you. I am going to probably break this counter in the process, so... Oh, I did not break the counter, that's pretty awesome. I can repair it, I can repair the wall behind it. I could destroy that pile of wood there, but I think it makes sense for when the stove's repaired. Now, if I would have broke this counter, once I unlock the roasting pit cooking station, I like to put it there. Alright, now we're getting into our rebuild phase. Oh, forgot about this out here. I'm not going to worry about climbing up there and fixing that right now. I am running out of time before I have to get my kids to practice, so... Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a hearth. We're going to build it here. It's not going to stay there, but I want to build some other stuff. So that's what we're going to do first. Now you see there's snapping points there. I actually want to try and get this to snap right there in the middle. There's not a natural snapping point for that. And I'm just laying this as a basis to get that hearth centered. I'm making a fireplace. You could just lay the hearth there, but I like to fancy stuff up when I can. And now stone columns, and then stone archway, hearth. I used too much stone. It's alright. So when we build this hearth, back here and get it centered up, it looks like it's not going to go any further than that, but if you keep pushing, it'll pop through. Then you can ease it back out. And do what you can to get it centered. I think we can do better than that. Okay, now if you want to see where your hearth grid is taking you, I like to bring up the torch and not build it. See the orange dots on the floor. You can see it's covering all the way behind the wall, all the way down here, and all the way out to that solid orange line. Plenty of room to build. And we'll throw up a meal table. Well, we won't throw up a meal table because we don't have the wood. But run back to the base quick, grab some wood, some stone, some metal fragments. We'll actually do this. So, meal table. Building that small meal table will unlock the regular meal table, so. And we want. That's it for now. We'll take some coal. Some metal fragments. Some iron ingots. Some stone. Some wood scraps. What I like to do here, kind of like we did on the other, with the layering, you can get some nice layering from these doors out to the wooden column. We're only going to do one door because they tend to attack doors over walls. So that fits in there real nice. You can do a window here. So there's 4 layers. could do another door here, but sometimes it gets to be a pain in the butt to open and close at that point in time. And I like to come up here, build a meal table. Once you get some gold coins, you can build a treasure pile to get a buff from. I like to build it right at the bottom of the stairs, either here or over here, whichever stairs you like to come down. And the reason I do that is because bedrolls are going to go up here. And just like in Ori's camp, we built the storage chest. I like to build a storage chest across this wall here. We can put another wall up here.
Ever wonder what sunlight feels like?
Or actually what I do, sorry. I build the storage chests across here. I build bedrolls along these walls, or along these walls. And then you wake up, you come down here, you grab your food off the meal table, you come down here, you get your buff, and you're off to adventure for the day. And that's how I set that one up as a base. If you got any questions, feel free to shoot me a comment. I try to reply to everything. But that is going to be it for now. And there's two options for your first base in campaign mode of Return to Moria. Till next time, guys.